Hello everyone, welcome into the next episode of Rolling with Sean Lewis. So, hope this episode finds you well, blessed and happy. Hope your 2022 has got off to a good start. I know we're still in the middle of a lot of stuff going on with the pandemic, but I hope this podcast finds you well. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for all the support over the years. I ask you to don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share it with your friends and following. If you find value in it, you can find me on TikTok. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me at rollingwithseanlewis.com. I've got a Rolling with Sean Lewis podcast. This is a video version of that podcast. If you need a keynote speaker, contact me for information. I also do seminars, and I can do speaking over Zoom. But I just wanted to say thanks for the support. Now on with today's topic. You know, we have a lot of stuff going on in our lives all the time. Stuff we can't control. We're still in the middle of a pandemic. We don't know if that's going to end, when that's going to end, or how it's going to change our lives or whatever. And, more than just a pandemic, some of us have lost jobs, some of us have been going through the grieving process of losing family members or close friends to COVID. You might have a health challenge right now that you weren't expecting. Many of us have challenges that we're not expecting. I have cerebral palsy. There's nothing I can do about that. Some things we might not be able to change our situation, but we can change how we react to it. One of my favorite leadership and motivational speakers and authors, John C. Maxwell, says life is 10% what happens to you, 90% how you react to it. We're all gonna have stuff happen in our life that's not good. And I'm not saying that when you have that stuff happen, when you lose a loved one, when the car breaks down, when the pipe's breaking your house, when you get a diagnosis, or when you have other big life events happen, that you pretend everything's okay and that everything's awesome, and then you turn cartwheels in your front yard. But what I'm asking you to do is focus on the things that do make you happy. Maybe you like listening to music, maybe you like reading a good book, maybe you like doing a puzzle or doing artwork, or maybe you like getting a coffee, or sharing a beer with a friend, or any of those things, sitting down watching a show. Maybe you listen to your favorite podcast. Maybe you just like going outside for a walk or a stroll, or having a good workout, or having a good cup of tea, or just, watching a good movie, or just sitting in silence, and resting, being quiet. In our society, we have aversion to being quiet a lot of times because it makes us think. We don't like silence because it bothers us. It causes us to examine ourselves, and we don't like to look at ourselves too deeply because a lot of us a lot of us think we have a lot of issues. But I'm just gonna tell you, even though maybe you're not where you want to be, maybe you're not where you wish you were, but, where you are, you gotta say it's good. You gotta realize you're a work in progress. God says, I know I have a lot of people that listen to this channel, some non-Christians, some Christians, but for me, my faith is very important. I'm not perfect. I'm just forgiven, and every day I make mistakes. But you know what I do? I try to get up and do better the next day. And thank God that I have a God that loves me, forgives me, and I help me try again. But I want to tell you that wherever you're at right now, you can say it's good. Maybe your kids aren't where they need to be. Maybe they're not doing as good in school as you wish they were. But maybe your relationship is improving with them. You just gotta think, even though you're not and got everything you want accomplished, you gotta say it's good. You gotta rest in the fact it's good. We just started the new year, so maybe you think I've already broken my New Year's resolution. Instead of thinking about that, I want you to think about growing. It's more important that you grow as a person as opposed to accomplishing goals. I believe in accomplishing goals. I have lots of goals and dreams for my life, but it's more important and more valuable to grow as a person. So if you can do that and take incremental steps towards your goals, don't say, in 1 year I'm gonna lose 500 pounds. No, you gotta say, for one meal, I'm gonna choose at least one vegetable to eat, or I'm gonna eat one more salad than I normally do. Or if I want to read a book, I'm gonna take 5 minutes a day to read. So, read. And if you take 5 minutes a day to read, but by the end of the year, you'll have finished more than one book. But just by taking that 5 minutes. So, you gotta have incremental goals, my friends. And you gotta learn to take your obstacles and turn them into opportunities. One of my favorite motivational speakers corporately, and he's also an evangelist, Nicholas Vujicic. If you don't know about him, look him up. But he says we gotta learn to turn our obstacles into opportunities. I say this, sometimes I'll get hit with obstacles, but we can still do what we want to do. We just might have to go about it a different way. And that's what I specialize my life in. But what I want to tell you is, happiness is not external. It's not, I'll be happy when I make more money. I'll be happy when I get a better job. I'll be happy when I find the right person I'm supposed to marry. I'll be happy when this, because if you're looking for your happiness in external circumstances, that will never be. But if you make a decision, I will be happy because I choose to be happy. Happiness is a choice. I won't be happy because I choose to lean in my happiness and find things that make me happy through the day and think about things that make me happy through the day. If you can do that, my friends, it will make the harder moments, the harder things you have to go through in your life, and they will be there, right? They'll be there. Everybody's gonna have their good days and their bad days, but the key is not to let your good days overtake your bad days. And you might be in a situation, my friends. I have cerebral palsy, but you know what? I don't wrap my life. Many of you who have followed me for a long time know that I don't wrap my life around my disability, because I'm much more than my disability, just like you're much more than whatever challenge you're facing. But you gotta choose to have a good life in spite of your challenge, not because of it, but in spite of it. Because I don't care what situation you think you find yourself in. I'm here to tell you that I believe that God has a purpose, a plan, a dream, a destiny for every one of us. Now, does that mean that life is gonna go great all the time? No. But if we're Christians and we believe God and we trust God, it means that God will be with us in the midst of our circumstances. He's not the author of anything bad, but He'll grow in the middle of it with us and help us make the best of a bad situation. Good things are from God, bad things are from the devil, and unfortunately, we live in a fallen world, so bad things happen. But we do have a choice. We do have the greatest power in the world. And you say, Sean, what is that? And I say, it's your attitude, my friends, because your attitude will control your altitude every time. And so what I want you to do is begin to make a list of all the positive things in your life. Start out with 3 things a day. Do that for 1 year. And at the end of that year, whenever you have a bad day, whenever you have bad circumstances, look at that list. Pick out something you can be grateful for and be thankful for that this year. Be thankful for that right now. Maybe things aren't so good right now in some areas, but I guarantee you there's one area that you can be thankful for, you can be grateful for. A lot of people think their best days are behind them, but I'm here to tell you that your best days are in front of you, because your best days didn't happen yesterday or the day before or the day before that. My friends, your best day is right now, because you had the opportunity to wake up this morning. What does that mean? You have the opportunity to be around people you love, to experience life, to see the sunset, to see the sunrise, to see the stars, to do whatever you want to do. And you have an opportunity to pursue your goals and dreams. I heard someone say something like this. God's gift to us is life. What we do with our life is our gift back to God. So what I'm going to challenge you with, yes, you're going to have bad days. Yes, you're going to have crappy stuff happen. You're going to have devastating stuff happen, unfortunately, because of the world we live in. But I just ask you to try to focus on the happy things. Try to focus on the good things. When you do that, it doesn't mean you're denying the reality of the bad stuff, but you're denying its ability to impact your life on a permanent basis. You might be in a situation that you cannot control. You might be in a situation that you had no control over, but you can control how you move through it. You can control your reaction to it. So, happiness is a choice. I have been Sean Lewis. Thanks so much for watching and listening today. Don't forget to subscribe. Share this with your friends and following if this has been of value. And remember, sometimes you can do anything you want to do. Sometimes you just have to find a different way to do it. God bless. Bye-bye now. Hold on, I gotta stop this. Sorry, guys.